That's the whole tragic point, my friends.
What is up, you guys? It is La Sirena here with her first YouTube video. And trust me, honey, you're gonna want to sit down because, as the title says, this is the story that you need to hear. So before I get into the story, I just want to give a background of like an overall description of our relationship at the time. So I was 15 years old. I was a sophomore in high school. He was 17, gonna be 18, a senior in high school. Let me just put this in your mind because this is something that you're gonna need to remember. I was 5'3", I still am 5'3", and he was 5'10". He was really tall compared to me. The way that we met was through his cousin, sort of, and his cousin was actually one of my friends at the time. His cousin's name was Jordan, and I had him on Instagram, and one day he made like a group message. I don't remember if he had private messaged me first or if I private messaged him first, so it was just me and him talking. It was just like regular talk, and we were just like making each other laugh, you know? So eventually we ended up hanging out at school, blah blah blah, and we were like, he would walk me to class. I had never had a boyfriend, so this was really new for me, and I was like really nervous and shy and, you know, all that other shit, you know? And we both had a class close to each other. It was our 5th period. It was like a September day, September day. It was raining, and since I knew that he was gonna walk me to class, we met up, and he was like, "Hey Serena, can I pull you aside for a second?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he pulls me aside, and I was like, "Oh my god," like in my head I was like, "Oh my god, like he's gonna finally ask me." And he ended up asking me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, "Yeah, of course." And I remember I would write letters for him, I would draw for him, I would write like his name, like literally legit, like fucking huge letters on my forearm, or just do like crazy shit like that because I was so in love with this dude. What the fuck was I thinking? So while we were together, he was very protective, overprotective. I didn't have a lot of friends because of him. Hold up, I need to hold on. These lips is chapped. Hold on. This is all I use is Carmex. Okay, back to the story. So, like I was saying, jealous. I wasn't allowed to have guy friends. I wasn't even allowed to be friends with Jordan anymore, his cousin. I wasn't really allowed to have guy friends. A lot of my girlfriends didn't like him, and they didn't like the fact that I was dating him, so they stopped being my friend. I never realized the things that he was doing to me were damaging to my mental health and my emotional health. He would call me names. He would put me down a lot. That was okay for me. I was like, well, I know he loves me. Like, he doesn't mean it, you know, he doesn't mean it. That's what verbal abuse is. He would break up with me all the time, but he had all my passwords to everything. I wasn't allowed to have Snapchat anymore. And he would take my phone. He would take my phone from me, and I wasn't allowed to have my phone because he didn't trust me. He didn't trust that I was loyal to him. He thought that I was cheating on him. He wouldn't let me wear makeup. He was like, "If you wear makeup, I'm not gonna kiss you." The garbage guy is outside. Why is he outside right now? It's like 5 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. Okay, he's gone. Back to the story. Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna put up with his shit anymore. So fast forward back to the 6.5 months. So we were fighting a lot. We weren't getting along because I would clap back at him, and not only am I calling his cell phone, I'm calling his house phone. Okay? And I'm just like, he ended up not answering me back, so I just go to bed. I go to bed that night. So school comes around, I talk to him. We don't talk things out, but we talk. And he's like, we can be friends, and I'm just thinking like, okay, fine, we can be friends, but he's still walking me to my classes. Eventually I stopped letting him walk me to my classes. I wasn't letting him walk me to my classes anymore, and I was like, fuck this, you know, I need to move on. So I would hang out with my girlfriends. And keep in mind, our classes were still next to each other, so I was still seeing him. I saw him so much, and he just looked so happy, and I was just like, why is he happy? Like, this isn't fair, you know? Well, I was doing the same thing. I was like, I was looking cute, okay? Keep in mind, I wasn't really looking cute. Insert picture here. It's not cute, okay? But anyways, I thought I was looking cute. I don't remember the exact day, aka grab your popcorn, sit down, open your ears, because this is where the cheese man comes in, okay? So I see him at school. Before class, he's talking to the girl. He's talking to the girl, and I'm like, oh hell, he's doing it right in front of my face, so I'm seeing all of it, and he knows I'm right there. So I got my backpack on. Hold on, let me just reenact this for you. This was the backpack my sophomore year, okay? So I had it, you know, like, hold on. I wasn't wearing this, but okay, hold on. So I'm like this. I got my earphones in, okay? I'm listening to music, and I have my phone in my hand because I always have my phone in my hand. Okay, keep in mind also, these, well, not these ones, but you know, the ones at the time were new earphones, okay? So I'm just like this with my friends hanging out, and I'm facing him. We were like in a circle, me and my friends, and they're all around, and I'm facing his direction, and I'm just watching, and I'm just like, you guys, he's really talking to this bitch right now. He's really talking to this bitch in front of me. So I get so jealous, okay? And I'm like, can you guys hold my stuff? Hold my stuff. So I throw my backpack on the floor, okay? And my friends wouldn't take my phone. They were like, Serena, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, blah blah blah. I was like, nah, I'm gonna fuck him up right now. So I was ready to fight, okay? So I go up to him. This part of the backpack, I fucking like yeet, and I yanked his ass back, and I turned him around, okay? And I was just like, boom, and I hit him right here in the jaw, and I was like, we were just fighting, going at it, and oh my god, my phone fell on the floor. I lost my earphones that day. I was like, where are my earphones? I don't know where my earphones went. So throwing punches, keep in mind, I'm throwing punches. He puts me in a headlock like this, so my head is right here, and I'm just like, boom, 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 like hitting him like this, okay? And I was just getting him, okay? My brother that went to school with me at the time was a senior too, so I guess people are like, let me change his name, let's call him Brandon. Okay, so they're like, Brandon, your sister's fighting right now. He was with his girlfriend at the time. They're like, Brandon, your sister's fighting, go get her, she's right there, you know, next to blah blah blah's class. So he goes, he sees this, okay, he gets right in between us, pushes us apart. My friend, I'm gonna change his name too, let's name him Tom. My friend Tom picks me up, puts me over his shoulder, takes me to class, okay? I remember seeing my brother push my ex, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Pushes him in the classroom, talking to him, blah blah blah. I go to the class, alright? He sits me down, my friend Tom, he sits me down, and he's like, are you okay, blah blah blah. And I fucking sit there, and I'm just like, I look up, and I look at my friend, and I just cry. And I start crying, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? What did I just do? I blacked out during the fight. I didn't know. I was in beast mode. Like, I was like, my only objective is to fuck this fool up. So that's what I was doing. So I blacked out. So I finally come back to reality. I'm crying. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? They're telling me, and I'm like, no, I did not do that. I need to go see him. They're like, no, don't. I'm like, I need to go apologize, blah blah blah. Me being a dumbass, like, you know, like always. So they're trying to calm me down as I'm like like fucking crying and hyperventilating, can't even breathe. The security guard comes and they're like, they knew me at the time, they knew who I was. I was really cool with all the security guards at the school. So they're like, oh my god, are you okay, blah blah blah. I had one scratch on my arm, okay? So you know who won that fight. You feel me? So anyways, I go to the office, I get in trouble, they suspend me from school, and I remember it was a day, that's what it was a day before spring break that it happened. So they suspend me the last day before spring break. So I was pretty much, okay, so it was, okay, yeah, that's how it was. So it was, I was off for spring break, and then 2 extra days I was suspended, and then I'll come back. So I came back to the school on a Wednesday, I remember. And they put me on a contract, and they said that I had to go to Ingram. The garbage can man, or whatever his name is, just went by again, like, get your... Anyways, so they put me on a contract, they tell me I have to go to anger management classes, and I was suspended. I was like, what punishments did he get? Remind you, he had turned 18, so he was an adult when we had gone to our physical altercation. So I could have sued him, I could have pressed charges against him, but I didn't want... Bruh. Jesus. I didn't want to sue him. I didn't want the drama. So I was just like, let it be. He got no punishments. He was not suspended. He still walked in the graduation, which if you had fought before the graduation, you were not allowed to walk. Well, he still walked. He still went to his grad night. He didn't go to prom. He didn't want to, I remember. But he still did all of his senior activities. Didn't get in any trouble. And I got in trouble. I had an actual reason, my own reason, you know, to get in a physical altercation with him. But it's just like, he should have got some kind of punishment. Like, it wasn't fair. Yeah, so that's the story of how I beat up my ex-boyfriend. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story time, and don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment if you want to comment. I appreciate any of your ideas. If you have any ideas that you want for me to do for future videos, totally leave a comment. Tell me what you want to see, because I know I have my ideas, I know what I want to do, but it's very important that I provide content to you guys and show you guys what you want to see. So yeah, leave a comment, like this video, subscribe, and your girl La Sirena will be back with more videos. Peace out, guys, and have a blessed day or night. Bye.